Have you ever picked up a piece of fruit thinking, "This has to be good for me," only to learn later that it might be doing your body more harm than good? I know it sounds strange. After all, we've been told all our lives that fruits are nature's candy, full of vitamins, energy, and life. But as we age, our bodies don't work quite the same. What once helped us thrive could now be quietly working against us. Take my friend Martha, for example. She's 72, full of life, always up early, and the kind of woman who never misses her morning walk. Every day, she would start her mornings with a big bowl of colorful fruits, strawberries, bananas, oranges, grapes. You name it. She believed she was making all the right choices. But one afternoon, out of nowhere, Martha was rushed to the emergency room with a racing heartbeat. Tests later revealed that some of the fruits she was eating, ones she thought were helping her, were actually triggering dangerous reactions with her medications and underlying conditions. You see, as we grow older, conditions like diabetes, heart disease, and kidney issues become more common, and that changes the way our bodies respond to certain foods. Fruits that might be perfectly healthy for someone else can cause blood sugar spikes, fluid retention, or even medication interference in older adults. That's why this video matters. I'm going to walk you through 7 common fruits that might seem harmless, even beneficial, but can be surprisingly risky for seniors. And I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to inform, to help you make smarter choices, and to protect your well-being. So stick with me. You might be surprised by what's on the list. And trust me, a few simple changes in your fruit bowl could help you stay stronger, healthier, and more energetic for years to come. Now let's talk about a fruit that looks like a little star, beautiful, tropical, and often praised as a fun treat. Starfruit. Have you tried it before? It's sweet, exotic, and often served in fancy fruit salads or smoothies. But here's the truth that most people, especially seniors, don't hear enough. Starfruit can be surprisingly dangerous. You see, starfruit contains a natural toxin called caramboxin. In healthy people, the kidneys filter it out just fine. But as we age, our kidneys might not be doing their job as well, and many of us don't even know it. In fact, statistics show that 1 in 3 adults over 65 has some level of kidney disease, often without symptoms. Let me tell you about John, a vibrant 72-year-old man from Tampa. He lived healthily, exercised regularly, and always paid attention to his meals. One week, he decided to get adventurous and added starfruit to his smoothies. At first, everything seemed fine, until he began feeling off, dizzy, confused, just not himself. One morning, he couldn't even remember what day it was. His family rushed him to the ER, and doctors found the culprit, starfruit toxicity. The toxins had built up in his system because of his undiagnosed kidney condition, and they were affecting his nervous system. It's a scary thought that something as innocent-looking as fruit could cause such harm. But it's also a reminder our bodies change, and so should our choices. So here's my advice. If you're over 60, just skip the starfruit. It's not worth the risk. Try Asian pears instead if you love that crunch, or dragon fruit for a fun tropical flavor that's much safer. Remember, food should fuel your health, not endanger it, especially at this stage of life. Stay curious, stay cautious, and stick with me. We've got more fruits to talk about next. Let's take a moment to talk about a fruit that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now: grapes. They're sweet, easy to snack on, and feel like the healthier choice when we're craving something light. I mean, how could something so small and natural be bad for us, right? Well, here's the thing. For older adults, especially those watching their blood sugar or dealing with swallowing issues, grapes can be a hidden risk. Let's start with blood sugar. Did you know that just 1 cup of grapes contains about the same sugar as 4 sugar cubes? That's a lot for a little fruit. As we age, our bodies don't process sugar as efficiently. Even natural sugars can cause sudden spikes in blood glucose, leaving us feeling tired, dizzy, or foggy. I want to share the story of Patricia, a lovely 68-year-old woman from Chicago. She made what she thought was a healthy swap, trading in her afternoon cookies for a bowl of grapes. But within weeks, her energy dropped, her vision blurred, and her blood sugar readings shocked her. It wasn't until her doctor took a closer look at her diet that they realized it wasn't the candy doing the damage, it was the grapes. And here's another danger many don't see coming: choking. Grapes are small, round, and slippery, the perfect storm for a choking hazard, especially as our swallowing reflexes weaken with age. According to the National Safety Council, choking incidents involving grapes in older adults have risen sharply in recent years. So what can we do? If you love grapes, there are safer ways to enjoy them. Try cutting them into quarters, pairing them with a bit of cheese or nuts to slow sugar absorption, and keeping portions small, maybe 6 at a time. Or even better, consider strawberries or small melon cubes. They're gentler on blood sugar and much safer to chew. Remember, just because something looks harmless doesn't mean it's harmless for you. Stay tuned. We've got more surprising fruits coming up next. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you started your morning with a glass of orange juice? Or peeled a sweet, juicy orange thinking, "This is just what my immune system needs"? I get it. Oranges have been a breakfast staple for generations. But here's the truth. Many folks aren't told. As we get older, oranges can cause more harm than good. Let's talk about acid reflux. It affects over 60% of adults over 60, and oranges are one of the biggest triggers. Their natural acidity can cause heartburn, throat irritation, and even disrupt sleep if eaten too close to bedtime. I once had a neighbor, Margaret, 73 years old, who couldn't figure out why she was waking up every night with chest discomfort. She thought it was just part of getting older, until she cut oranges out of her diet. The difference, night and day. But that's not all. Oranges, especially orange juice, can interfere with over 50 common medications, from blood pressure pills to cholesterol drugs and even antidepressants. And unfortunately, many doctors don't warn about this. Imagine taking your medications faithfully every day, only to find out your morning fruit has been blocking their effectiveness all along. And then there's the issue with teeth. As we age, our tooth enamel naturally weakens, and the high acidity in oranges can speed up this process, leading to sensitivity cavities and gum irritation. I know it sounds surprising, even disappointing. After all, we've trusted oranges for so long. But the good news is, there are better choices. Try bell peppers. They actually have more vitamin C than oranges and are much easier on the stomach. Or kiwis, which are sweet, tangy, and gentler on your digestion. If you still love the occasional orange, just remember, drink a glass of water afterward. Wait at least 2 hours after taking meds, and avoid eating them first thing in the morning or late at night. Because staying healthy isn't just about eating good foods, it's about eating the right foods for your body right now. And that wisdom, that's what keeps us strong. Now, I know this next one might raise some eyebrows, because in recent years, avocados have become the poster child for healthy eating. Smooth, creamy, and packed with good fats, we see them in everything from toast to smoothies to salads. But here's something many seniors don't hear often enough. Just because it's trendy doesn't mean it's right for your body right now. One medium avocado contains about 240 calories, roughly the same as a full meal. And for those of us in our golden years, our metabolism naturally slows down. We don't burn calories the way we used to. So even with the best intentions, too much avocado can sneak on the pounds, which in turn adds stress to our joints, especially knees and hips. Take Robert, a 75-year-old from Denver. He started his mornings with avocado toast every day, thinking he was making a heart-smart choice. But in just 3 months, he'd gained 12 pounds. That weight made walking painful, and his energy, it dropped. He didn't realize that healthy fats still need healthy portions. But that's not all. Avocados can interfere with common medications, blood thinners like warfarin and blood pressure meds, and even antidepressants. Most people don't get that warning from their doctor. And if you have a latex sensitivity, which affects about 6% of older adults, you may also react to avocados even if you've never had a problem with them before. It can show up as swelling, itching in the mouth, or skin irritation. So, what's the solution? You don't have to give up avocados completely, but keep it to just a quarter of a fruit a day and don't eat it by itself. Pair it with protein or fiber to keep digestion slow and steady. And if you're on medications or unsure, ask your doctor first. Or if you want alternatives, try a drizzle of olive oil on your salad or a handful of walnuts. You'll still get those heart-healthy fats without the hidden risks. Remember, being healthy isn't about chasing trends. It's about honoring what your body truly needs today. Nothing says summertime like a cold slice of watermelon. It's sweet, hydrating, and feels like the perfect way to beat the heat. But here's something many folks don't realize. Especially as we get older, watermelon might not be as harmless as it seems. Now, don't get me wrong, I grew up loving watermelon. But the older I get, the more I understand how our bodies change and how what once was refreshing can suddenly become a burden, especially for our heart, kidneys, and blood sugar. You see, watermelon is made up of 92% water, and while hydration is important for seniors with reduced kidney function, which, by the way, includes about 40% of people over 65, that extra fluid can build up fast. It can lead to swelling in your legs, hands, or face, shortness of breath, or even increased blood pressure. Then there's the sugar. Watermelon has a surprisingly high glycemic index, meaning it can spike your blood sugar just like a glass of soda. If you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, even a couple of cups can leave you dizzy, sluggish, or worse. And one more thing, potassium. Watermelon is rich in it, but if your kidneys aren't filtering properly, too much potassium in your blood can lead to muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, or even heart failure. Let me tell you about Betty, a sweet 78-year-old from Arizona. Every afternoon, she'd enjoy a bowl of watermelon to stay cool. But within days, she noticed her ankles swelling and had trouble breathing. One night, she ended up in the ER. Doctors discovered her kidneys couldn't handle the fluid load, and it all traced back to her favorite fruit. So, what can you do first? You don't have to give up summer snacks. Just limit watermelon to half a cup per serving, avoid it late at night, and pair it with protein like cheese or a few nuts. Even better, try cucumber slices in cold water or frozen blueberries, both hydrating, safe, and delicious. Because at this stage in life, being mindful doesn't mean giving things up. It means choosing better so we can feel our best every season of the year. Let's wrap up this journey with a fruit that's often praised for being gentle on the stomach, papaya. It's tropical, sweet, and loaded with enzymes that support digestion. Sounds perfect, right? But as we've learned by now, what works well for some bodies doesn't always work for ours, especially as we age. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain, which helps break down protein. That's why people often turn to it for gut health. But for older adults with sensitive stomachs, papain can actually do more harm than good. It may cause bloating, acid reflux, or even stomach cramps, especially when eaten on an empty stomach. And here's something many don't know. papaya can interfere with common medications. If you're taking blood thinners, diabetes drugs, or even antibiotics, papaya may change how those medicines are absorbed or even make them less effective. Take Helen, a sweet 71-year-old woman from San Diego. She started eating papaya every day, thinking it would help her digestion. But after a few weeks, her blood pressure meds stopped working like they used to. Her doctor asked about her diet, and sure enough, papaya was the unexpected culprit. There's also the allergy risk. Papayas contain proteins similar to latex, which means if you've ever had a latex sensitivity, even a mild one, papaya could trigger a reaction. That might show up as mouth-tingling rashes, or in serious cases, trouble breathing. So what can we do instead? There are safer, senior-friendly ways to support digestion. Try plain yogurt or kefir for natural probiotics. Ginger tea can soothe your stomach and ease discomfort. Or enjoy a small serving of fermented vegetables, which are rich in gut-friendly bacteria. If you do enjoy papaya, just be mindful. Don't eat it on an empty stomach. Start with a small portion and check with your doctor if you're taking medications, because the goal isn't to fear food, it's to understand it. And when we do, we give ourselves the gift of feeling better, stronger, and more in control of our health. Let's finish with a fruit that feels like sunshine in every bite: pineapple. It's tropical, sweet, tangy, and makes you feel like you're on vacation. But for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, even something as cheerful as pineapple can come with some hidden risks. First, let's talk about what's inside. Pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain. It's often praised for its anti-inflammatory properties, but here's what most folks don't realize: bromelain can thin your blood, and that can become a serious issue if you're on blood thinners like warfarin. It can increase your risk of bruising or internal bleeding, even from a small injury. And then there's the acidity. Pineapple is very acidic. If you've ever had that burning feeling in your chest after eating, or noticed mouth sores after a fruit salad, this might be the reason why. For people with acid reflux, ulcers, or sensitive teeth, pineapple can make things worse. I've known folks who couldn't figure out why their heartburn was flaring up again, only to discover that a few slices of pineapple were the culprit. It's also tough on teeth, especially weakened enamel, which is common as we age. That strong acidity can cause tooth sensitivity, especially to hot or cold foods. And if you eat too much, you might experience nausea, diarrhea, or cramping symptoms. We often chalk up to other causes. So, is pineapple off limits forever? Not necessarily, but if you love it, stick to a small serving, never eat it on an empty stomach, and definitely avoid it if you've had digestive issues or take blood-thinning medication. Always check with your doctor if you're unsure. There are so many safer ways to bring flavor into your day, like ripe peaches, cantaloupe, or even a few slices of kiwi, depending on your health. The goal here isn't to take the joy out of eating, it's to make joy last longer by treating our bodies with care and wisdom. So what have we learned together today? Well, maybe the biggest realization is this fruit isn't always as innocent as it looks. Just because something is natural doesn't always mean it's right for you right now. And that's especially true as we grow older. See our bodies go through quiet changes. The way we digest food, the way we process sugar, even how our organs respond to the nutrients we eat, it all shifts with time. What once gave us energy can suddenly make us tired. What once soothed our stomach might now upset it. And some fruits, though healthy in general, can interfere with the very medications that are keeping us alive. But here's the empowering part. When we understand our bodies, we can take charge of how we fuel them. It's not about fear or giving things up. It's about making smart, gentle adjustments that keep us strong, vibrant, and feeling our best. Maybe today's video surprised you. Maybe you've been eating one of these fruits for years without knowing the risks. And that's okay. We're all learning. That's what this channel is here for, to share wisdom, to guide with kindness, and to walk this journey toward better health together. So now, I'd love to hear from you. Which fruit surprised you the most? Was it the avocado, the grapes? Drop a comment below. Your story might help someone else. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. There's more practical, uplifting health advice coming your way soon, and I'd love for you to be part of it. Until next time, take care of yourself. Listen to your body, and remember, the smallest choices often make the biggest difference.